Welcome to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with another video. This time I want to talk to you about the Fanstoys FT29T Quietus reissue, limited edition, premium paint version. So I want to say with this guy, I actually pulled him out of the box and I put him in my display for about 24 hours next to the original to figure out which one I liked better. And I want to say that sadly I wasn't like completely blown away when I pulled him out of the box. And I was hoping for getting completely blown away when pulling him out of the box. But the subtle color difference between this one and the first one it's a subtle difference. And I'm gonna be right up front, if you have the first one, you can be happy with that one and not need to get this one. But after 24 hours I decided I do actually like this one better. And I don't think it's, I spent $30 more on this one than the other one, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But the little bit more purple is, I guess, what sells it on me. But let's go ahead and have a good look at the box real quick. I'm actually surprised to see how different the boxes are. So on the left you see the FT29T, on the right you see the FT29, and the original release on the right, that was just some art. And it was drawn, but the one on the left is the actual product, which is really interesting. It's a bit different. I wonder why they went that route. The backs of the boxes do look a little bit different, and it's interesting too because you're able to see right here that they're showing you can see the difference in color between the Galvatron and Cyclonus on the FT29T. And I really think that they should be actually closer and more purple. We'll talk about that here in a little while. So let's go ahead and have a look at these accessories next. The gun appears to be exactly the same. And I mean, this is actually the original, the first race, the first run, the more bluish one, and the gun appears to be exactly the same, depending on where you put it, different lighting. And same with this gun here. It does appear exactly the same as the original release. Same color, same blue streak, same blue spot here. It almost looks like there's paint, but it's not really paint inside there, I don't think. Is that paint in there? It's just deep. Now there is a difference. If there's any paint on it, you can see it's different. The purple paint. Let's see. Get that just right. If you can see, that's blue and that's purple. Blue, purple, blue, purple. This is the one that goes with the original one, and this is the one that goes with the new FT29T. The faces on there all have that pink tint to it. All of them do, so that's different. So it aligns with the right coloring for the right figure. And then so do these little ports that hold on the swords on the sides. And these are purple. Now I've got the purple, this is the new FT29T. I got that on here so you can see the color difference. If it shows up, it's sorrow. So I'm saying it's just such a mild, slight difference. It's so hard to tell. And the target masters are exactly the same. The coloring's the same. They're the same. And I didn't notice anything different, which I wouldn't expect anything different, to tell you the truth. And just to try to cover everything, the styrofoam doesn't even say T on it. So it's just simply a coloring difference. I'm actually tempted to get my hands on the first version of the Fanstoys recolor, which would be the Phoenix. When they redid the Phoenix in a different coloring, I would like to see that one versus the original. I still haven't seen that anywhere. I haven't seen good quality pictures of that, comparisons of that. But here you gotta get a good comparison of these guys. So the first thing I want to talk about is the deep dark purple coloring we've discussed. Now with the white, it's kind of a pinkish tint, and I was put off by that once I saw it at first. And I went back and I captured some stills, so let's get some stills real quick. A couple of different stills here that I've gotten directly from the movie itself. And I have to say, like, the first still is when he was created, and he looks more like he has white instead of the pink. But then the next still, you can see he does look like he's got some pink to it. So it varies from shot to shot and scene to scene. And I have to say that in the end, I guess it makes it look more interesting, but I still would have preferred the white that the first one had. So let's go ahead and bring in the other one and do a comparison. All right, so comparing the two, the first thing you're gonna look and see is that this guy is blue and this guy is purple. And I really wished that this guy would have been a deeper purple. Now with all the light that's on him and reflecting, it's almost hard to see. It's almost like this one looks lighter, but he doesn't. The purple is like a deeper color than the blue, I guess you could say. I like this coloring better. I wish it was this purple with that white, but I don't get to choose, and I'm just happy. And I'll probably just keep them both, because at this point, why bother trying to sell either one or the other off? Because maybe in 6 months I change my mind. Who knows? But I'm a stickler for purple. I love the purple backgrounds. I love purple in a lot of things, and I even did my bathrooms in purple. So, but I like the look of this guy. Let's look at them from a side angle, which the colors, maybe they'll reflect the light a little different, and you can see them slightly different from a side angle. And then of course we'll go check it out from the back. And while we're doing this, of course, I do want to mention that I don't like that they're doing it like this. I really wish they'd let us know that we'd get a recolor. I would have picked the purple over the blue any day of the week. But then again, it's not as purple as I'd like. You're about to see another figure that I think has a deeper purple that I thought it was going to look like. And of course, I'm sure y'all know who that is. But I don't like this practice. Like, Fanstoys, this is the second time Fanstoys done this to us. And I think that it's not too bad. Like, I'm not complaining or crying, because in the end, either one is fine on your shelf. Either one looks fantastic. It's just that I like to have the options. I know when X-Transbots does the recoloring stuff, they give you the options up front. Like, hey, we're doing a G2 at the same time. And I like that. You know, why not? Why not give us that option? At the same time, they came out with their Sea Spray. They've got a G2 Sea Spray. Like that, I'm cool with that. Why not do that? That makes no sense to me. So here he is next to X-Transbot's version. And I want to say that when I first got the Fanstoys, the blue one, I thought that it was a bit anorexic compared to this beefy guy over here, because I've had him so long, and that's just what I got used to Cyclonus looking like, big and ominous. But I think that they're actually, Fanstoys went a little too thin with them. But I think a third company came in and made one right in the middle size-wise. It would be amazing. I don't know that Fanstoys completely blew it out of the water, but it's an awesome representation. I think both of these are great representations. We're a little too thick down here, so I like the look over here better, the thickness there. But look at the purple. Look at the difference in the purples. Like, this is the purple, the deepness of purple I thought we were going to get. But this is a super metallic look. I love the metallic look. This, I don't even think this is painted, but look at the sheen on it with no paint. It's just something that they do, a gloss or something, some way that X-Transbots does theirs. I think it looks good. And then also with that, people try to say that the X-Transbots one has kind of the pinkish tone to the thighs and the hands and all that. I don't see that at all in person, and I don't think that's not showing up at all there. But it's off-white. It's not as white as, say, the first release of this Quietus, but it's not pink for sure. It's not pink. It's nothing like this pink, if you could see that on the camera there. So let's go ahead and get him in here compared to some other versions of the movie characters that you would probably see him next to. You'd probably want to display him next to. Like Andreas here. This is X-Transbot's Andrus, and that's our Scourge. And then we've got the Fanstoys version of Galvatron, and just look how different the coloring is between the Fanstoys versions. Just joking. That's actually the open and play big cannon. I know a lot of people just got real upset for 12 seconds there. But I just wanted to show the color variation. And in the cartoon, man, the animation, I always felt like these two purples were closer than that. So to me, I felt it should have been a deeper purple. Here he is with DX9's version of Galvatron, and don't look at his feet. Just don't look at his feet. I know everything else looks okay, just don't look at his feet. Anyway, even with this, you see the difference in the purple, and I would have wanted more purplish than that. And I have to admit, though, in the paint category, I'm sure if I got the Fanstoys one, the paint would just look so much better than the colored plastic. Or I don't even know if that was painted by DX9, but I know the paint apps that Fanstoys puts out is just amazing. But look at this. Like, how does this look on a display, on a shelf? This looks amazing. We get some poses and stuff going on. It's pretty awesome. One other thing I want to point out is that Fanstoys is making a sound wave. And I know Fanstoys does such a good job with their paint that I'm excited about what their sound wave is going to look like. Just looking at these two side by side, I think this looks good. I mean, I'm not bashing this at all. But how amazing with all of the paint and the apps that they use, how amazing is their sound wave going to look all painted up? I'm excited for that. I know everybody wants to see him next to Magnus. I actually couldn't get to my Magnus very easily right now. So there he is next to Rodimus. Rodimus is, I think it's the best version of Rodimus out there. But you do look, the premium paint on this guy makes this look less premium in my opinion. I would like to see a Rodimus as a premium paint. If Fanstoys did a Rodimus, it would sell like crazy. I mean, even their Hot Rod, their Hoodlum, looks good. Boom, there he is. With a great paint scheme, just all painted up like that. That just, it looks so good it glares at you. But yeah, looking at these side by side, that looks premium, that does not. So lastly, a couple more points real quick I want to say is I really did enjoy the way the hands work on this so much more than the X-Transbots version. I was, after messing with all of them today, again, you know, talking years later after I got the X-Transbots one, the hands are amazing on this. I just never really thought that the ones were bad on X-Transbots, but the ones on Fanstoys are superior in a way. If you don't knock or think, look, it didn't fall out, I bumped it. But the price thing is the other thing I want to talk about. I paid $130 for him, $160 for him, and I think that's just the fact that this was the initial run, and basically they did pre-orders for a while, and then you could pretty much order however many you wanted to order, and you get it for that locked-in price, and then I ordered from places that were cheaper. Well, there's no cheaper alternatives. The $160 was the cheapest I saw him anywhere. And so that disappoints me. So I don't like those kinds of things. And they're doing the same thing, like a huge premium price going for the Phoenix. So I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think the slight different coloration is worth the extra money, the extra time? Are you guys excited about this? How many of you got this? How many got this and are blown away? How many got it and are disappointed? Or how many are like me and just middle of the road, think it's a slight improvement in a way, but I would have actually liked the white on the thighs and stuff. Like, subscribe, Trader Finger out.